Let's get one thing straight right from the start. You are going to die. I am going to die. Everyone we know, everyone we love, and everyone we kind of dislike on social media, they're all heading for the same inevitable conclusion. Despite this universal truth, we spend an incredible amount of our precious, finite time stressing about things that, in the grand scheme of our limited existence, simply do not matter. We worry about what a stranger thinks of our outfit. We lose sleep over a slightly awkward comment we made at a party 3 weeks ago. Think about the sheer volume of mental energy we dedicate to these trivialities. We are constantly bombarded with messages telling us we need to be happier, richer, sexier, more popular, and more productive. And so we chase these external validations, these fleeting moments of feeling good enough, often at the expense of figuring out what actually holds genuine value for us. This constant state of low-grade panic and anxiety is exhausting. We're so busy giving AF left to give for the things that truly deserve our attention and our effort. The truth is, life is inherently filled with problems. Pain is an unavoidable part of the human experience. Instead of trying to eliminate all problems, what if we focused on choosing better problems? What if we decided to give our F***CCAs only to the things that are truly worthy of them, things that align with our deepest values and contribute to a life of meaning rather than a life of superficial chasing? So when I talk about the subtle art of not giving a F***CCA, many people misunderstand. They think it means becoming a callous, indifferent sociopath who doesn't care about anything or anyone. That's not it at all. That's just being an asshole. The real art lies in being comfortable with being different, with not conforming to every societal expectation, and most importantly in choosing very carefully what you allow to occupy your mental and emotional space. It's about reserving your EF***CCs for what truly matters. We have a limited number of F***CCs to give. Think of them like a budget. If you spend your entire F***CCE budget on trivial annoyances, you'll have nothing left for the big, important stuff. This isn't about apathy, it's about selective engagement. It's about consciously deciding what deserves your energy, your attention, and your emotional investment. Not giving AF***CK does not mean being indifferent. It means being comfortable with being different. It means understanding that you don't need to react to everything. You don't need to have an opinion on everything. You don't need to win every argument or impress every person. A fundamental truth that many people try to avoid is that happiness isn't found by eliminating all problems. That's a fantasy. Happiness, or perhaps more accurately, contentment and meaning, comes from solving problems. The key, however, is to choose problems that you solve, problems that you find engaging and meaningful. Happiness is not a solvable equation. Dissatisfaction and unease are inherent parts of human nature and, as we'll see, necessary components to creating consistent happiness. So the question isn't how to avoid problems, but rather, what kind of problems do you enjoy tackling? Think about it. A musician enjoys the problem of mastering a difficult piece. An entrepreneur enjoys the problem of building a business from scratch. A parent hopefully finds meaning in the problem of raising a child. These are not easy tasks. They are fraught with challenges, setbacks, and frustrations. Yet the struggle itself, when chosen and aligned with one's values, can be a source of profound satisfaction. Many of us, however, spend our lives trying to avoid problems, or we get stuck dealing with problems we don't care about. This is where the art of not giving AF***CK becomes so vital. It allows us to say no to the problems that drain us and yes to the problems that energize us, even if they are difficult. The reality is every path in life comes with its own set of difficulties. There's no such thing as a problem-free existence. The trick is to pick the set of problems that you are willing to endure, the struggles that feel worthwhile to you. Who you are is defined by what you're willing to struggle for. Section 4, the power of responsibility, owning your shit and liking it. One of the most empowering yet often resisted ideas is that we are responsible for everything in our lives. Now, this doesn't mean we are to blame for everything that happens to us. If a piano falls on your head, that's not your fault. But you are responsible for how you respond to the piano falling on your head. You are responsible for your interpretations, your emotions, and your actions in the face of any event, no matter how unfair or unfortunate it may seem. Blame is about the past. Responsibility is about the present and the future. Many people avoid taking responsibility because it feels heavy. It's easier to play the victim, to blame external circumstances or other people for our unhappiness and our problems. But this victim mentality, while perhaps offering temporary comfort, ultimately disempowers us. True freedom and control come from accepting that you, and only you, are in charge of your responses and your choices. We don't always control what happens to us, but we always control how we interpret what happens to us as well as how we respond. Taking responsibility means acknowledging your role in your own life, both the good parts and the bad. It means recognizing that your happiness is not dependent on external factors, but on your internal state and the choices you make. When you stop blaming the world for your problems, you gain the power to start solving them. Section 5. Embracing mediocrity, the freedom of not being special. Our culture is obsessed with the extraordinary. We're constantly bombarded with stories of exceptional individuals, the billionaire geniuses, the superstar athletes, the flawless celebrities. This creates an implicit pressure to be special, to achieve something monumental, to stand out from the crowd. The problem is, by statistical definition, most of us are going to be pretty average in most things we do. And you know what? That's perfectly okay. In fact, accepting your own mediocrity can be incredibly freeing and can actually lead to a more fulfilling life. The relentless pursuit of being special often leads to anxiety, self-doubt, and a constant feeling of inadequacy. If you believe you have to be extraordinary to be worthy, then any ordinary experience, any normal human failing, can feel like a catastrophic failure. This pressure can paralyze us, making us afraid to try new things or take risks for fear of not being amazing at them. Accepting that you don't have to be exceptional allows you to simply be. When you let go of the need to be constantly validated as special or outstanding, you open yourself up to a wider range of experiences. You can enjoy activities for their own sake, not because you expect to be the best at them. The freedom to be average is the freedom to be human with all our imperfections and ordinary experiences and to find happiness there. Section 6. Memento Mori and the Art of Living. What truly deserves your F***CKS? Ultimately, the art of not giving AF**CC is deeply intertwined with the awareness of our own mortality. The ancient Stoics had a practice called Memento Mori, which translates to remember you will die. This isn't meant to be morbid or depressing. On the contrary, it's a powerful tool for clarifying what truly matters in life. When you keep the finiteness of your existence in mind, the trivial bullshit that consumes so much of our daily attention tends to fade into insignificance. Suddenly that argument about whose turn it was to do the dishes doesn't seem quite so earth-shattering. Remembering death helps you prioritize. It forces you to ask the hard questions. If my time were limited, is this how I would want to be spending it? Is this argument worth my precious energy? Is this pursuit truly aligned with what I value most deeply? When you use death as a filter, it becomes much easier to identify what deserves your F***C seeks and what doesn't. The fear of looking foolish, the anxiety about others' opinions, the obsession with minor inconveniences, these things shrink in the face of our ultimate end. What are you giving your F***C seeks to? Are they worthy of your limited time and energy on this planet? The art of not giving AF***C isn't about becoming numb. It's about becoming incredibly, intentionally alive by choosing what truly matters and letting the rest go.